There won't be street parties like this one at the last big VE Day anniversary, but we know that lockdown has not stopped responsible socialising. We may well see socially distant street parties on the 8th of May next week. VE Day, Victory in Europe Day, sparked celebrations the length and breadth of the country. It meant that the Vera Lynn song was finally coming true.
But I know we meet again.
War veterans like 96-year-old Captain John Roberts are planning a socially distanced sing-along.
We've got a DVD of all her songs, so we'll be having that outside the front door for everybody to hear. And then, of course, when it comes to 9 o'clock, we'll all be singing.
And We'll Meet Again is especially relevant right now.
Well, it is, yes, doubly relevant in a way.
Before the evening celebrations, there'll be 2-minute silence at 11 a.m. The nation paused yesterday to remember the health workers who've died during the current crisis. The silence next week will be for all those who died in World War II.
We give thanks to God.
In 1945, the King gave a speech thankful for what he called a great deliverance. 75 years later, his daughter Elizabeth will give her speech. On the balcony that day, she and her sister Margaret desperately wanted to join the crowds below. Eventually, the King relented and the young princesses were allowed out of the palace and they joined the celebrations here in Trafalgar Square. A few people recognised them, couldn't believe it was them, but 19-year-old Princess Elizabeth was here, part of the party. For this year's party, the Royal British Legion has been forced to cancel many events.
We owe the generation that lived through that time that we make every effort within the social isolation challenge to make sure that they realise that our respect for that generation still exists.
Military plans often have to adapt, and that's what will have to happen next week, in true wartime spirit. Simon Viger, 5 News.